Day 2, Speaking Practice, Part 2, Task 1. Describe a historical building you've been to. When it comes to a historical area, I'd like to talk about an ancient temple in my locality. It's called Lê Hoan Temple in Thanh Hóa, Vietnam. It was just yesterday that I came there alone. It's only a stone's throw away from my home, so I walked there. The temple was renowned for the king named Lê Hoan, who was diligent, hardworking, and achieved outstanding academic performance despite his disadvantaged background. The king, Lê Hoan, also contributed to the national war at that time against the 12 world laws, which was known as the period of chaos and civil war in the history of Vietnam. He died in the 1000s, and after his death, the local residents built the temple to commemorate him. This is one of the most sacred temples, symbolizing a role model of Vietnam's national education. So annually, before taking exams, students in the area often come here to pray and hope to pass with flying colors like this king did. So yeah, I'm not the exception. So yesterday when I arrived there were only a few people because I guess it was just a weekday, so just the people working in the temple chanting and doing their daily rituals. I could feel the sacredness and tranquility from the atmosphere, in which the smell and smoke of incense was burning all over the temple. I lit incense, closed my eyes, and prayed for about 10 minutes. At that moment, I was feeling secure and believed that the king Lê Hoan would bless me to reach my designed IELTS band score. Part 3. Should everyone know history? I would say a big yes. It is crucial for everybody to know history because understanding history provides numerous benefits that are significant for individuals and societies as a whole. So regarding understanding the present, history provides context for the current state of the world, helping us understand how past events, decisions, and movements have shaped our contemporary society. And by studying history, we can identify trends and patterns that recur over time, helping us predict and respond to current and future challenges. We could also learn from the past because history teaches us about the mistakes of the past, offering lessons that can help prevent the repetition of those mistakes. And it also highlights successful strategies and innovations, providing inspiration and guidance for solving modern problems. On top of that, history helps people understand their cultural heritage and identity, fostering a sense of belonging and pride. So learning about different cultures and histories promotes empathy and appreciation for diversity, reducing prejudices and fostering social harmony. Why do people visit historical buildings? Well, I think people visit historical buildings for a variety of reasons, ranging from educational purposes to their personal interest. So, regarding educational value, so visiting historical buildings allow people to learn from the past in a uh, tangible and immersive way. It provides context and a deeper understanding of historical events, cultures, and societies. Historical buildings often showcase architectural styles and techniques from different periods, helping visitors appreciate the evolution of design and construction. And in terms of personal interest, because many historical buildings are admired for their beauty, craftsmanship, and artistic details. So, visitors often appreciate the intricate designs, decorations, and the overall artistic appeal. And last but not least, I think the unique and often picturesque nature of historical buildings makes them popular subjects for photography and art. Um, do Vietnamese people like to visit historical buildings? Yes, definitely. Vietnamese people generally enjoy visiting historical buildings. This interest is driven by several factors, including a deep sense of cultural heritage, national pride, and educational value. So, uh, with regard to cultural heritage and national pride, Vietnam has a rich and complex history that spans thousands of years, including ancient civilizations, colonial period, and modern historical buildings are tangible links to this part. And many historical sites in Vietnam are associated with significant national events and figures, fostering a sense of pride and connection to the country's history and achievements. With regard to educational value, so visiting historical buildings offer educational opportunities for people of all ages. Schools often organize field trips to these sites to teach students about history, architecture, and cultural heritage. So many historical sites provide guided tours, exhibits, and information panels that enhance visitors' understanding and appreciation of the historical context. Do most people agree to the government's funding to protect historical buildings? Well, I think the agreement on government funding to protect uh, historical buildings can vary depending on the context, the specific community, and the country's cultural values and economic priorities. However, in many cases, a significant portion of the population tends to support such funding due to the recognized benefits of preserving historical heritage. So, yeah, there are some factors regarded to this. So, first of all, I think historical buildings are seen as an essential part of a nation's cultural and historical heritage. So, they are physical links to the past, helping to preserve the stories, traditions, and identities of previous generations. So these buildings serve as educational resources, providing tangible ways for people to learn about historical and cultural heritage. And also, historical buildings often attract tourists, which can significantly boost the local economy through tourism-related activities such as lodging, dining, and shopping. And last one, I think the preservation and maintenance of historical sites create jobs and can stimulate local economies as well. Is it necessary to protect historical buildings? Absolutely yes, it is necessary to protect the historical buildings for a variety of reasons. Preserving these structures offer numerous cultural, educational, economic, and social benefits that are important for both current and future generations. So, related to the significance of cultural and historical, because historical buildings serve as tangible links to our past, as I've just mentioned already, representing the cultural, architectural, and historical heritage of a society. They embody the story, traditions, and values of previous generations. These structures contribute to a community identity and sense of continuity, helping people connect with their history and maintain a sense of belonging. Regarding educational purpose, historical buildings provide rich educational opportunities. They serve as real-world resources for teaching history, architecture, and cultural studies, offering an immersive way to learn about the past. And these buildings also are valuable for academic research, offering insights into historical construction techniques, materials, and cultural practices. Finally, with regard to economic benefits, well-preserved historical buildings attract tourists, boosting local economies through tourism-related activities. So, yeah, and also it can create jobs like restoration, maintenance, and heritage management, stimulating local economies.